So here we've got a thermostatic two-way shower mixer for overhead shower and slide rail. Problem we are getting is that the handle is really stiff. You can see I can't really turn it very easily, and it's a bit like you press that, it should stop properly and go back round. It's a bit hit and miss, so it should move freely. So we're going to look at how to take it apart and service it, which you should actually do on all valves like this, generally yearly. So especially in limescale areas, they get clogged up. So generally you can clean it and or service them. We've now turned the water off. This is your diverter. The water's coming out. We're going to take off all of the chrome parts, the handles. See through these Allen keys here. So then we can take the front off and service the inside. We've got the handles off. I've now taken the handles off, and we're now going to remove the other components. So we've now got access to the valve behind. There's your diverter, there's your thermostatic. We've got two check valves in here. So there's different things you can do. We can try just servicing this first, which is what we're going to do. But it's a good idea to take out all of four components and flush the system through and clean it all out, and then put everything back together. We're going to concentrate at the moment on the thermostatic first. I'd advise taking note of where everything's set up and try and putting it back the same, because obviously this is to set up your thermostatic temperature, which we need to use a probe afterwards when we check to double check it. So to remove the thermostatic cartridge, sometimes you get a tool come with it like this. This is on some of our newer ones. You can see that this actually doesn't fit in here. So all we're going to do is, there's some lugs there, so we're just going to, which is a retaining ring, we're going to put a screwdriver and just give it a little tap with a hammer. There we go, you can see that that's moved now. Now you've removed the retaining clip, the thermostatic cartridge will pull out. You can see on this that there is debris in there and limescale. Obviously this is what's clogging it up. All those white bits shouldn't be there and weren't there when it's installed. Obviously this just needs cleaning, and this is what's seizing it. In this case we've got some Fernox limescale DS3 remover. This you mix up 2.5 to 10% concentration with some warm water. Leave the cartridge in it until the colour changes, and hopefully that'll clean it up and make it work again. Here you can see a check valve. There's two of these in here, so to remove this you can just put the spanner on it. Here we go, take that out now. We've removed the cover for the check valve, and we're going to remove the filter in there, the one-way check valve. We are now removing the diverter exactly the same way as before by tapping the retaining clip. Now all the components are out of the brass body. We're going to turn the water on and flush it out. You can actually see, if you go in here, you can see there's limescale build up inside, so it's obvious that that's the issue that we're having here, and generally that's what you get in a lot of these. So it's just a matter of taking them apart and cleaning them. So here is the thermostatic cartridge. You can see it's dirty. It's actually scraping a little bit as we're turning it. It's not running too freely, so we're going to now mix up the solution and put it in it, and hopefully it'll resolve it. Go for it. Now we have dropped the thermostatic cartridge into the solution, and we're going to leave it for a few minutes to clean. Right, we're going to remove it now. It's been in for a few minutes, and you can see it's actually come up clean straight away. You can see all of the marks have come off it, all the lime scales off it. It's so much better. It's obviously done the trick. It's absolutely perfect. So at this point it would be good practice to take a photo of the actual cartridge, just in case you do have any problems, so you can identify it, because there are lots of different types and models, and then you can have that for your record. So on our website you can actually identify them from the spares website. However, I'm pretty confident that this is going to work fine anyway. We're also going to put some silicone spray on it just to lube it up to put it back in if you want to do that. There we go, that'll help it move more freely. And we're just going to put everything back together exactly what you've seen before. So water's back on, we're going to just see if it's all running freely. So there's the thermostatic working nice and smoothly, and then up to the shower head now. If we turn the diverter on, just check that everything's working properly. There is one way, and then the two-way second diverter across to the hand shower. We're going to put a bit of silicone grease just on the retainer there. Obviously this needs setting up, so we're then going to check with a thermostatic temperature probe. We're going to check that it's all set up right to your 38 degrees when you get to your stop. We're now going to set it to get the temperature. Obviously it's too cold at the moment, so we're going to get it up a bit higher. Andy, just change the temperature a little bit on the... There we go, 37.5, 30, so we're getting there. So here we go, turn the shower on. I can see that so now you can see it's running so nice and easy. There's your stop, round, stop, absolutely perfect. Cold, freezing cold now. That's the right temperature. So have a shower, fixed.